How's it going? So we're back. I want to address a few comments about this hollow grind. People are saying you can't hollow grind a chopper, it's not efficient enough. And to be honest, that was my first thought too. But for me, that's all the more reason to do it, because I want to see how well it holds up with the hollow grind. You know, it's a 14-inch wheel. It's not like it's a thin hollow grind, but still, it'll be nice to see. I am going to leave the edge thicker so I have a longer edge bevel, secondary bevel, whatever you want to call it. It will be interesting to see how the hollow grind holds up. Now, for some other news, I updated my website, so if you need to email me, it's just evaderknives@daveerving.com. I was watching Niels Vandenberg, his YouTube channel, giving all this great advice about selling knives and looking professional. I've had the website, daveerving.com, for a long time. I started for my music and all that, but now I've hooked up a mailbox to it, so any emails, questions, if you buy something, a knife or anything like that, and you have problems, anything, contact me and I'll do everything in my power to help you out and all that stuff. Another thing, I'm getting stickers. I had them made yesterday, so they should be here in a little bit. I don't know how much I'm going to charge for them, but you know, you buy a knife, I'll throw a few stickers in and all that stuff. I've already got the certificate of authenticity and my business cards in there, which I had to buy some new business cards so I could change my email address. Okay, which brings another thing. I was looking into shirts that said like Evader Knives, handmade designs. In fact, I made the logo, which is probably in the bottom corner of this now, of this video. I'm really interested if people would buy knives. I know I only have, you know, 500-600 subscribers. I was looking at like 10 knives in each size would be, you know, almost $700. It would definitely be an investment, but if people would, you know, wanted to buy them, it would help me out a lot. You know, that's why I see a lot of YouTubers and stuff getting stickers and merchandise and all that to help, you know, compensate. I do have Patreon, but I don't want to ask people to support me on Patreon until I get a little bit more going and all that. I mean, if you do want to do it, I appreciate it. You know, it's in all my links are down in the description. I appreciate any support. All right, now the sales are over. I feel so weird trying to sell stuff. I'm just horrible at it. I see a lot of guys doing it, but I just don't feel comfortable pushing all my stuff, but it's got to be done. All right, let's get these things wrapped. Oh, first, so we see the chopper. I drilled some holes in the handle. That's why I got to start doing it, because I've had a few people say my handles are real heavy. So, chopper. And here's how that one karambit, it started out as a karambit. It turned into this. I got a new design, which I'll put in here for the karambit, and kind of like a Kiridashi inspired thing. So I'll show that. I put it up on Instagram. I'll show that. But yeah, I cut it into this. I'll show that footage too. Which I like this little thing, you know. So it looks like this build, this whole thing is just going to be EDCs. You know, this is flat ground. This is flat ground. And then this is like the 6th one of these I've made. I've actually sold a few, so, and I had people asking more about it. This one's hollow ground though. So I think I made a decision about this knife. I'm going to cut it into a smaller EDC knife. What I'm going to do is make it hook down more. Because I don't like how it's straight here, but this works a lot better. And then with this build, maybe I'll make this. This is a new design I just came up with. I think I'll even put a pry bar here. So it'll have like a bottle opener, you know, Kiridashi, and then, but this will be the next build. Let's see what this looks like after I cut it up. Sacrifice! And instant presto, the karambit becomes a Warncliffe. Yeah, nice little Warncliffe. So I guess this is just going to be the small EDC build. And the one huge knife. Alright, let's get to wrapping these up so we can normalize them. I'm only going to show the chopper though. I'm not going to show them all. Here we are. First rule when working with this stuff, it's razor sharp. Always wear gloves. Even if you got to wear 2 different kinds of gloves. That's one thing I learned. If you put it like this, it's going to roll right off the bench. So you got to put it like this so it can roll in, you know. And you got to keep a clean bench. So it's, I got one of these for folding that works pretty good. But half the time I just use a hammer. Okay. Yes, I'm a lefty. Some people fold it twice, but I like, you know, fold it once is fine. Now, I used to use argon, but just use a piece of paper. It's just as good. I did a test on one of my old videos, you can see, and there really wasn't much difference. Except argon costs a lot more. Alright, so let me get the other 3 done, and then put them in the oven. Alright, 4 blades going in the heat treat. I guess we'll get the biggest one set up first. Oops. After I drop them all, that is. Yeah. We're already up to like 1240. I got it to 1580 instead of 1500. So here we go. Number 1. Those I'm just gonna set in there because, you know. There we go. Ugh. I think I redid the lining. I used some of that kale roll rope, some of this black fire brick mortar stuff. Fireplace mortar up to 3,000. I left a metal mesh on that if you watch that one video where I showed it to you. So hopefully this will be tighter. It does seem to be heating up quicker. Alright, we're at 1100. Alright, we'll be back for when I pull the first ones out. I think I'm going to go try to work on my KMG grinder, see if we can get that worked out some. I'm about to tap this. This will be for my tracking wheel. So, you know, we put the tracking wheel on here, push it out. Then I'll put this to a plate that goes on top of here so we can turn it in and out like that so we can run it in reverse. So just cut a square like that, drilled the holes. Now I'll just have to tap these sides here. Then we'll just put it in so it can swing. And then weld it to a plate that will slide in and out. We're at that 15-minute point. Let me put this to step 4. There we go. So we're going to start coming down to 1400. I'm interested to see how this does though. Woo! Alright, that's how it does. Here we go. These will definitely be one at a time from now on. Whew. Oh, that's not too bad. There we go. Yeah, okay, good. I got this switch so I can turn my elements off. I want to make sure there's no power going when I grab this last one. There we go, because it's right up on them. Woo! Hot, hot, hot. There we go. We want to get down to 1400. It says 1280, but when I close this, it's going to climb right back up. Yeah, so these did pretty good, especially when that won't have that. Now they're all just cooling down. So I'll be back. I'm going to let the oven cool down. Yeah, I'm glad to see those tongs lifted that up. I was a little nervous about that. Here we go. Alrighty. I gave it. It's back up to 14. In fact, I'll probably have to start it over because it's been about 4. Well, that's good. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes. Make sure they're cooled down. It should be cooled down enough I can touch it. Now it's going to cool down a lot again. Hot! There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, it's back down to 1270. Be back in a little bit. Look at that. There we go. Now we just put a wheel on here. Just like that. And then the plate that this is on will pivot so we can turn it. Yeehaw! Alright, a few more minutes and we'll get this one out. Whew. Two at a time. Can we do 2 at a time? Yes, we can. Now, I've got a welding blanket on the floor if I ever was to drop something like this, so, you know, it's not completely safe, but it's protected. Whew, all right, one more. There we go, down to 1300. Whew, now we're done. Quit normalizing. You can hear them crackling in the background. The thing is, after normalizing, I've got to let my oven cool down for probably about an hour, because I got with 52100 and probably the 5160 because it's so close. I got to use the powder anti-scale again, not the paint on. Though I might paint everything except the edge, because the paint on's real easy. Then I'll just dip the other. Okay, I got a call. I had to run. I put this on the thing. It says like 200 degrees. Oh. 500, 540. Yeah, it's like 550, 560. I'll give it a few more minutes. And then, you know, the oven's back down to 1300. But then it's lunchtime, so I'm going to take a break, which will cool everything down anyway. But like I was saying, I'm going to paint on everything except the blade, and then I'm going to just powder coat the blade, because I like to paint on better, but it doesn't seem to harden as good for 52100 and probably 5160 since they're about the same. Well, they're not the same. The grinders taught me that, but okay, be back. Actually, I take that back. I'll be back when we're ready for heat treat. You don't need to see this again. I just did it twice. It's the same thing. 1300 degrees, 15 minutes, take it out, let it cool. Alright, I'll be back after lunch. Alright. Yeehaw! Fun times, fun times. Let's get these cut and open and see what they look like. Still gotta be careful, it can still cut me. Nice pretty colors. Man, I'll tell you what, I wish this is what they look like as a heat treat. I might just keep it that way. Yeah, I know I said I'm not doing all 4 knives, but I can at least show them to you. No, I didn't close that one up. Alright, see, look at it, just that little bit scale. That's because I folded that piece over and tried to fold it all up, and yeah, live and learn. No folding over. I mean, it's not too bad, but you can feel the scale right there. Just that little bit got in scale. Shows you. Blammo. Yeah. Man. Alright, let's get that oven on. I almost forgot the most important part, putting on the anti-scale. Now, I'm gonna use the paint on stuff for everything except where the blade is. And then for the blade, I'll just use the powder. I'll just coat the powder on real slightly. And I'll show you that too. Usually I just shake this stuff up because I don't like it going on too thick. But since I'm not doing the blade part, it doesn't really matter. So mix it up nice and thick. And before I jump the gun, let's make sure we degrease all these. If you ever watch Smock Knives, he talks about using titanium welding rods for etching. They work great. I use them now for everything. It took I guess I should let the degreaser dry. But yeah, jumped the gun a little bit there. That was my mistake. When you degrease it, you got everything except the blade. The blade, I'm gonna have to put some powder on there. Now that's the thing. If this was any other steel, I was putting it on the blade part, I'd put it on as thin as possible. But I'm not really worried about the handle. In fact, with the chopper, I'm just gonna differentially heat treat it because I want the spine to stay soft. Alright, painted up. The anti-scale is on everything except the blades. I'm gonna have to put the powder on that. Just 500 for 5 minutes, take it out, sprinkle the powder on, and then put it in for heat treat. Meet you over at the oven. Alright, well, there's something I just noticed. I'm glad I did. I have a small curve right there, right in here, just curving out. I'm gonna do an old method I learned before I had my press, because this is way too big to put in the press and I don't want to wait till after heat treating. Let's get it straight before. That normalization must have de-stressed it enough to put a nice bend in it. I think I've shown you guys this before, but I was telling a couple people about how before I could do bevels, I used to practice a lot. See, I'd cut them. This is where I was learning compounds. Here's a compound grind here and here and here, flip it over. I just cut like 8 to 10 inch pieces and just bevel everything I could find until I got it down right. Another one, and yeah, just kept going. Since I'm only one person, I cut little dowels 2 inches, and to make up the rest where the bevel is, I want it to be evenly pushed. I'm going to take these to this. Alright. Now you see why I don't do it this way anymore. At least with one person, it's a pain in the butt. And then we're just going to push it till it straightens a little bit past straight. There we go. Days like this make you wish you had an anvil. Alright, then we'll get the rest out and tempering. Since I'm just going to go throw these in the oven at 500, we'll take them out and then get them all powdered up and be ready. Alright, let's go set that. So I repainted this. I just turned the oven on, but that right there should be cooled off or, you know, tempered by the heat of the oven. Honestly, I should be wearing my welding gloves because these are hot. I didn't think of that. There we go, climbing. And when we get to 500 for 5 minutes, I'm gonna use this sifter. And I'm just putting the stuff in here and I'm just coating the blade. And then I have the bag of more if we need it. Yeah, see, we're already up to 220 just in that little time. When it goes from 0 to 1,000, it's like that. It's going from 1,000 to 1580 or whatever. It takes another 45 minutes, which I probably say every time I do this. All right, we're up to 300. So let me get everything prepared, get my gloves on and all that. Well, it's gotta be for 5 minutes anyway. So I'll be back when we pull the first one out. All right, let's give this a shot. Shouldn't be too bad at only 500 degrees. Alrighty. Alright, I'm kicking it up to 1580. Alright, I'm gonna go hang this back up and I'll be back when it gets up. Time to put them in. Alright, let's see where the oil is at. $130. Alright. It's about perfect. Get these gloves on. Whew, I'm nervous. First time. Big old blade. Let's calm down here. It's at 1577. And it says anything over 1550, and it's taking about 15-20 minutes just to do those 20, so we should be all right. Here we go. Got a good grip on her. Just the blade. We can. Yep, there we go. Oh, nope. Guess it's not just a blade. Man, I've never seen McMaster flash like that. Pretty interesting. Wet towel. Oh, that wasn't good. Good thing it was wet. That could have been a big old problem. See if we can get this stuff off. Ooh, going down too far. I I wanted to differentially heat treat this so the spine was soft, but look at that skate. Yeah. Nice. How are we looking for straight? Oh man, dude. Man, that little curve completely straightened out. I don't know if you can see that. That's awesome. I don't know how that happened. Alright, looks like 5160 was a success for the first time. I'll be back. Hey, how's it going? I learned an important lesson about the powder anti-scale. When it's hot and you put it on, don't let it sit in the powder and dry, because man, either that or because I let it, after I quenched it, I left it sit and dry up and harden, because man, I've never had such a problem getting this stuff off. It just won't wash off. But you can see, look at the difference. Where I painted it, this was all the paint on. The paint on comes right off. It's the powder on all of them. Look, all of them comes right off. Where I put the powder on, you can see it's not coming off, but all the paint on came right off on all of them. So I don't know if it's because, you know, at 500 I took them out, I put the powder on, and then I left them sit. But I left them sit in the powder, so it might have just dried on and got hard. Or I let them cool down too much without washing them off. Usually when they get down to about 100, degrees or something, I'll take them in and I'll wash them off. But since I had to wait between each cycle, I'll let them cool down. So next time, I'll go right from the heat, when they get down to about 100 degrees, and go wash each one. Because yeah. But let's give them the old test. So here's a 65, and the 65 kind of skates, but it kind of bites too. So I'm thinking we're probably like 63, 64 maybe. Here's the 60. Back here where I took because remember I sank it up to here, now I held it out. So back here it is biting. So the tail did actually stay softer. But yeah, up here it's like probably like a 62 or 63. Sweet. And I went and I put it on the surface plate, and it's pretty straight, but with all this scale on it, you can't really tell, so I'm gonna have to grind it off. But I'm gonna go ahead and temper it. I just can't believe, before I did it, it had just a little bit of a curve. I got some of it out, but some of it was still there. And I dip it and it straightened right out. I just can't believe that. That's so crazy. I think these are all pretty straight too. So I'm gonna go send them in about 400 degrees, all four of them. Around, I guess 400, 420, something like that. We'll see where they're at. Before I forget, check it out. I power tapped this on my mill. Quite the fun day. I even power tapped this hole. Check it out. All with my mill. Just slowly, fast reverse. Well, I sped it up, but I'd stop it, reverse it, go out, go in, stop, back and forth. But yeah, it's on there. Yeehaw! Tracking wheel, here I come. So see, now all this has to do, this plate can slide in and out. I took the one, here's the one that's off the KMG. So here's the tracking wheel. So this one's, that's why I couldn't do it on this. I didn't want to cut this all up. So if I messed up, I could just put the wheel back on here. So I just got to drill a hole in the front, a hole in the back, and tap a 1420 in the middle. That pushes the tracking wheel out. So to get this on, I just have to weld this piece to this piece and then drill 2 holes for this plate so it can slide back and forth. And then drill the hole for the front and the back for the handle and for the piece to come in. See, just like that. Same exact idea, except now I can move this. Say I put a smaller wheel on there, I can move it in and out to work with the wheel. Like sometimes on the 1x wheel, 1x10 and 1x6, it moves way into the tracking wheel, you know. So the tracking wheel is like way over here and it's real hard to get to. I just move it out. All right, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this. It's been fun. Man, this 5160's, it's a challenge, but man, the way that McMaster car flared up, that was pretty crazy. Please like, comment, share, do all that good stuff. I appreciate your support as always. You know, comment, let me know what you guys are thinking. Stickers, I don't know about how I'm going to do the stickers. I don't want to sell them. Let me know about shirts and all that though. See what you think. Okay, oh, a guy bought my knife, Shepherd's Ford H. It's under Evader Knife Review. He did a pretty good review. He's actually honest and stuff about it. So go check him out. Other than that, as always, take it easy. Let's go get these tempered.